Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Beauty by Tellie. Now is the time to click the subscribe button, and also while you're at it, to click the bell icon for notifications every time I post a new video. So in today's video, I'm going to review and demo for you guys this new sponge that's been making the rounds in YouTube lately. Finally, I can be relevant. This is the Beauty Velvet Sponge. Now, it's dirty because I just used it to do my face. And in a bit, I'm going to take you guys through my thoughts and just the demo of the sponge. So in the landscape of sponges, you have cartoon characters, you have fruit shapes like strawberries or watermelons for only 349 pesos. I knew that I had to get this fuzzy egg sponge. So DTC Makeup, they sell two kinds. One is this flat base. They have a second shape. The other one is a round base. So basically, it still looks like this, but the top cut off. So these go for 349 in digital train case. When you buy it, it comes with a really cute case. When you look closely at it, the fur appears kind of white and the sponge itself appears blue. I think the idea of the sponge is that the fibers are going to prevent the foundation from going into the core of the brush, addressing that typical problem with beauty sponges wherein they seem to suck up too much product. We're gonna test it out today and see if it really is more economical than our typical beauty sponges. I think to make things a little bit more interesting, I'm gonna do a half and half. I'm gonna do one side of my face with the DTC Beauty Velvet Sponge. I'm gonna do the other side with a traditional beauty blender. I'm going to use a foundation that I know pretty well. I know more or less how it performs on different application methods, whether with my fingers, brushes, or the normal beauty blender. The K Tokyo Powdery Skin Maker, the base 0. My shade is 02. 1 and 1. I'm just gonna go and quickly wet my sponges under the sink. I'll be right back. The beauty blender increased in size by a lot. The velvet sponge didn't seem to get that much bigger, but it did get way fatter. I just want to see and check how it picks up in that foundation. And then after that, more importantly, we're gonna check how it blends foundation onto my skin. Which one among these two is less wasteful? So let's get to the test. I feel like using this flat edge more. I hate to ride the hype train based on no scientific evidence, but it does feel like the microfibers are adding a certain element of fineness and kind of perfection to my blending. I've blended out all of the foundation that was left on the sponge. It's not that wasteful. Let me just quickly try and show you guys how my foundation performs with the beauty blender. That one So I remember earlier when I was dotting and dabbing the foundation on my face, the size of the foundation spots were pretty consistent. But with the beauty blender, it's just kind of like a little bit more inconsistent. But you know what? I don't know what that means about the foundation application, and I don't know exactly how it affects the quality of the sponge. So let's just continue on. So right away, I immediately can tell that there's a huge difference with the two sponges. Because of the hair, the microfibers from the velvet sponge, I feel like blending out streaks and foundation in general is just like an easier task. Whereas with the beauty blender, I feel like I have to do a faster and more vigorous, kind of like really blending. Still, I'm gonna continue with this vigorous and stiff arm blender. Just finished. I'm applying the rest of my foundation with the velvet sponge. So I really like it. It makes the whole using an egg thing a lot easier. I have always felt like the beauty blender wasn't all it's cracked up to be. It wasn't the best, nor was it perfect. Never really used blending sponges with powders, pressed nor loose. I think that The foundation was able to retain most of its skin-like quality. I'm gonna do the same with my beauty blender. I'm just like scooping with the same force and trying to get kind of the same amount of powder. It does seem like I'm having a thicker layer of powder using the damp beauty blender, and that it's a little bit uneven and patchy. I feel like I was able to get more powder on with the beauty blender, so it is like making me like not too happy with the finish. It just feels like a little bit too dead for my taste. I don't know if it's visible on camera, but this side is still like much more skin-like. Guys, breaking news! There's just like less powder visible here. With the velvet sponge, it seems like the powder is still kind of clinging mostly to the surface of the microfibers. So I guess that would be a reason why the powder application feels like a lot finer and thinner. Now I'm just going to finish the rest of my face and then be back to tell you guys my final thoughts. So I've just finished the rest of my makeup and I'm now ready to share with you guys my final thoughts on the DTC Beauty Velvet Sponge. I didn't feel like I used up more foundation with the beauty blender, neither did I feel that I used up more foundation with the velvet sponge. What does inch this a little bit farther than the beauty blender for me is that I did feel like the microfibers do have some kind of effect in sort of perfecting the finish of my foundation. It's a combination of a brush and a sponge. I feel like the microfibers take some of the work in pushing the foundation down onto your face. I really do like the Beauty Velvet Sponge, and more to the point, it's only like 349 pesos, but the Beauty Blender is about 1,005 pesos. I mean, cost-wise, for about a similar, if not better effect, I'm definitely going with the Beauty Velvet Sponge. And I also like that when you buy it, at least from Digital Chain Case, it has this egg case in it. So that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. Is the Beauty Velvet Sponge something that you would like to try? Please let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye! Egg, 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 egg.